Oh, what's going on? YouTube is Donnie B all day. So, one thing I've come to find out about this whole knife reviewing on YouTube thing is the Brother of the Blade knife review family. I have met some people on here that have just been fantastic. You know what I mean? Some people think it's all about a competition. Oh, you're not supposed to like this guy because you do the same thing. No, it's not. If somebody's a knife reviewer and they're using these knives and appreciating them, I'm going to appreciate that person as long as I agree with their methodology and all that. Why should I have disdain for somebody? We're not stealing anything from each other. And who knows, we can give to each other. And that's something that happened here. Now, of course, you see me, I say all the time, I cannot stand tabletop reviews and I cannot stand unboxings. Hate them. I feel you get nothing but the same information you could read on the website of the company who you're buying the knife from. But then there's those knife reviewers, some guys that are out there that just reach you, you know what I mean? And you connect with them and all of a sudden you're not just, brothers of the blade online. You're not just, friends through text messaging and emails. You become brothers of humanity, right? You become one. And one of these guys is Cowboy C-Bop, man. Me and Cowboy, we got tight, and we tend to send each other things all the time. We're always on the phone with each other. I was just texting him right now, as a matter of fact. But Cowboy sent me something, and I didn't even know that this company made this knife. When I got it in, it looks, if you look at it real quick, you're going to think, oh, it's some little budget knife. All right, maybe, he had some extras and he sent one out. And it's funny because I had just sent him out a couple things and he sends me out a couple things. And it's like we have this weird balance, man. So Cowboy sends me this right here, right? And you can see it says, Hunt Plus. And then it says Ontario Knives. And I thought it was like Hunt Plus was either the brand, and it's like it doesn't say knives, it says knife, Ontario Knife. So it's like, ooh, maybe it's like a Canadian camp knife. And then while talking with him, we came to realize that, no, this is OKC. This is Ontario Knife Company. This is one of their lesser known, I'd say, blade styles, right? And I have to say that this bevel here, I love this grind. Love that grind. I love the spine thickness, how it runs all the way down. I do like that. Now, even though it's a gift, and even though it's something that I'm pretty sure I'm going to love, and I'll be using, I think I'm going hiking today, and I think I'm going to bring this one with me. That doesn't mean I can't be honest. You know what I mean? Just because somebody throws you something, like I just gave Cowboy something that's cheap and awful, but it's a pretty cheap and awful. It's a cool little wall hanger, but it's not good. But and when he does a review on it, I'll expect him to be honest. So here, I'm going to tell you what I like and what I don't like. But first, let's get into a few of these. We're looking at 11 inches overall, with a Rockwell hardness of 55 to 57. So it should be soft enough to where you can manipulate it and without chipping it, I'm hoping. It's from the USA, obviously. It's a UKC. The blade material, they're kind of vague. Dropped it. They're kind of vague. It's just says stainless steel, which is weird for this company because they like to put things out there. But it just says stainless steel, blade length is 6 inches, and the handle material they just have as synthetic rubber. Blade thickness, I think I have a tape down here. I usually keep one where I do knives. So let's see. We are looking at, whoa, it's slipping off. 4/16. So it's a little over an eighth. It's got a nice thick spine. Gotta like that. The style, it's a hunting knife. And if you think back to the olden days when Jim Bowie was in those sandbar fights, the buoys that they carried, they were bigger than this, but they were shaped like kitchen knives. This is what a lot of what they would carry would look like. It'd have a wooden handle, obviously. But this is pretty much the shape of knife people would carry. It would be a big, thick, kitchen-looking knife. And they make great camp knives because anything that's going to be kitchen is made for processing food. And a camp knife you need to be able to defend yourself with because every Bowie is a fighting knife first. And you need something that you can survive with. So a lot of times back then they would have their hatchet and they would have their shovel. And they would have all these different tools in their wagons or on their packs or whatever. Unless somebody was rolling solo horseback, then they needed to condense all their stuff. So what they would do is they would make these big buoys that were nice and thick so they can dig, they can cut, they can chop, they can process wood, they can take off hide. It was a one-purpose all, and main purpose, defend themselves from wild animals, wild people, banditos, anybody that came at them, they needed to defend themselves with. So the blade shape, if you look at it and you think, oh, it's a kitchen knife, it's not a kitchen knife. This is an absolute hunting knife. Just because it looks like a kitchen knife, looks can be deceiving. So I'm going to tell you what I like and don't like. The shape. I like it. I like the shape. It's just nice. It's ground well from here to here. I have no idea from here to here yet. At first, I looked at it and I thought that it was a wedge. And then I looked and I said, no, they definitely ground both sides. But when you look, you can see that one side is ground much, much farther than the other. We'll see how this goes with cutting. We'll see if it changes anything, if it does anything. The other thing I don't like is the handle thickness. It is a very, very thin handle. Smash! It's a very thin handle. At a ½ inch at its very thickest point, but it's only a ½ inch thick right here. The rest of it is so very thin. Now, if I had smaller hands, that might be fantastic. But when you have big hands, it's really, really difficult to get a good grip on this because it just wants to move. If I could spin it all the way around in my hand and I'm squeezing on it, but I can spin it all the way around because there's no grip. Even when they do these lines here to promote grip, these are pretty slick. The other thing I don't really care too much is they made this great choil area right here, but the problem is they didn't smooth from here to here. So from here to here, you have a jump, which fits very awkwardly on the finger. You want that finger, when you're talking about a choil, to fit really nice and snug in there, and it should be all one shape and one even plane. This one doesn't have that. But if I back up on it, my finger feels good here. If I go forward, my finger feels good here. So it just, I guess you can hold it to make it better. Outside of that, it's just the grip itself. When I grabbed it, I thought my hand was oily, and I was checking my hand because it was really like almost greasy feeling, but it's just the rubber is really kind of slick. So there's ways to combat this. You can either, and because it has a lanyard hole, this will help with this, you can do a wrap, a little cord wrap, or you can do an athletic tape or something like that. So if you really wanted to improve your grip, it's not difficult to do so on a knife like this. And the knife shape will make you want to keep this in your bag, right? So hopefully it'll perform as good as it looks because this nice shape, the knife shape is wonderful, I think. So I think what I might end up doing is athletic tape just around there just to give me a really nice, comfortable grip. And I could expand the depth on it by how much tape I put in. We're going to test it out. We're going to see. I want to take it into the kitchen. I want to cut some things in the kitchen, and then we'll take it outside and we'll see how it does in the camp. All right, so let's go outside. In the kitchen first. We're not in the kitchen. Totally forgot this. The sheath is like a nylon, polyester, Cordero, whatever it is. It's stiff, which is good, right? It's not all floppy and flimsy and crappy, but it's still kind of crappy. It's, for some reason, they did no shaping. This has such a beautiful shape, and it fits in that. Ooh, that's a little weird for me. This is a beautiful shape. So why they would just do this, I'm assuming is for cost effectiveness, to bring down the cost. Now it does have double straps, which means you can, by regulations, you can skydive because it has 2 straps, but this isn't a skydiver's knife. So to have that second strap is absolutely useless. Now I see it goes down to about here where it starts, and the upper strap does a good job of holding it on. So you move this bottom strap, and let me see, I want to see something first. I guess you could say it's ambidextrous. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it is ambidextrous, so that helps. That's one good thing about the square sheath. And your button will swing side to side, so you can work it ambidextrous. But this one right here does all the job you need of holding in the knife. That's literally all you need. If I shove this thing in there, and the problem is you can't do a quick deploy because you have to move that second strap just to get it in, which is, you know, it's a pain in the butt. So let's see. We take the top strap, and we clip it. It's not going anywhere. That does a good job. Why you would need the second strap, I'm wondering if it's truly ambidextrous. I don't think it is. No, it's not. It's all right. So it fits in definitely better. It's not ambidextrous. You can shove it in there if you really wanted to, but part of the blade was exposed, and I noticed it's because it is cut for that handle. But again, and there's less wiggle in now. It fits much better. So they really could have made a beautiful shape in the sheath. But this is all you need. So what I'm going to do is cut this one out because it's just not necessary. So when you're talking about quick deployment especially, that doesn't help you at all. So I'm wondering if I can use the knife itself, if I can find how it's in there and I can feel where it begins. But I just want to, there we go, take this strap off, and now I go in, I go out, I go in, and I go out, and I only have to worry about this strap. So much better. All right, now let's go into the kitchen. Okay, so what I have here is a nice big fat piece of fresh broccoli, and I have a cheddar brat. So the dogs are going to enjoy a little snack here, and so will I. So let's see first how well we're going to cut right through the hard part of the stock, and it is very, very cleanly cut. Very, very nice. Let's do it again here. And I'm going to apply as little pressure as possible. And I just want to see in exactly. Broccoli good. So now let's see. Absolutely. Absolutely easy. That's broccoli. That's as good as it's going to get. All right, so I'm going to have to do something with that broccoli now. I guess I'll just shove it in my face. Broccoli makes you strong. So now we're talking about meat. And if it's cutting through broccoli, I can't see it. Not perfectly cutting through meat. Let's see. I don't want to cut all the way through. I'm just going to give it a little bit of slice. I'm going to take away the end. All right. Broccoli is so good. And now, what I want to do is just get right under that skin. Choking on broccoli. I'm going to get right under this skin. I need a drink. Hold on. Man, it is hard to talk after you eat fresh broccoli. All right, so let's get back to where we were. I don't even know where I was. Here we go. I think I was right here. So I just want to de-skin this, and a sharp knife is the only thing that's going to skin meat like that without getting into the meat, just into the skin. You can see how nice that is. So let's see if it's sharp, because this is completely not frozen. It's very, very thawed. If it's sharp, it'll cut through. If it's not sharp, it'll bend it. So let's see here. You can see it wanting to wobble. Just getting it started here. Okay, here we go. Sharp knife keeps it from folding, right? Man, these dogs are going to love this. They're going to be like, we love Cowboy C-Bop. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, so we know that we can use it to cut meat. We know that we can use it to cut vegetables. We know that we can use it in the kitchen. That is all well and good, but now we need to see if it's also a camp beast. All right, so before we find out if this is a camp beast, we're going to free the beasts and give them some Cowboy C-Bop provided snacking. Come here. Oh, yeah, you guys like that. Oh, you like that. You got to thank Cowboy C-Bop for making this possible. Oh, yeah, boy. All right. All right, run around. Run around, have some fun. Okay, so I think Cowboy C-Bop, I think they're pleased. So, nylon rope and the hunt. Ooh, nice. Very, very nice. I want to make it right. It's the Hunt Plus. That's what it is. Hunt Plus. Let's see. Oh, yeah. No broken tip. No broken tip yet. Ah. All right, pretty good. We got it pretty far over. It's so thick in the spine, I really didn't think I was going to have any problems with there. Let's do a couple 4-foot drops and we'll see the balance. And it is dead straight. Dead straight. I do like the balance of this knife. That is dead straight. Do a couple hard downward throws. We'll do a quick hard downward miss. You know, when you got that little tiny stub, that little face like a 9-inch stub, you stand away from it and you throw down. It's easy to miss. All right, so it's got some good bite. It does all right there. It does all right there. Let's get a point of this where we can feather quite nicely. Am I in the shot? I'm in the shot. All right. Woo! Long spaghetti curls. Just knocked a couple off of there. Oh. All right, so it has the kind of edge that's going to do your food prep. Has the kind of edge that's going to, oh man, I'm knocking them all off. But you can see I'm getting very nice long curls. Woo! Woo! Right that, oh, I'm right in the center of a knot. Gone. And no chipping, no issues. Hard vacuum cleaner hose, a little bit of plastic here. We will see how she do. And if your broccoli is tough like plastic, you're going to be able to cut through that, no problem. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Shave it. Shave it down, baby. I want to shave it down. So processing, and oh, I missed that one. And more processing. Are we going to be able to get firewood with this little bugger? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll do some downward strokes. You know, I like bringing it to me. A lot of people don't. Some people aren't keen on bringing a knife toward them. You know, you're taught as a kid, you always cut away from you, but sometimes when you're talking about control, you know, sometimes you can bring it toward you. So it's nice. It's nice. Let's try do a notch in here. Oh, wow. Wow, that bit in real well. That bit in real well. So how about that notch? Yeah, pretty good. Well, let's do a little tip carving here. Let's do a little tip carving. And I have to say that this fat spine is a great thumb rest. Just a great thumb rest. I'm getting very, very good comfort with my thumb on top of there. I'm able to dig out a lot of wood per go through here, per slice. And every pass is a chunk removed. So if we need tent spikes, pit spikes, anything to that nature, this guy right here is going to give it to us. Look at that. And the tip is still here in the stump. Man. All right, but we need to chop with it, so let's chop. Well, y'all know I'm not D-bad without distractions. So I was going to go chop, and then I realized, wait a second. What about skinning? And I showed you can skin through a hot dog. Now I'm taking this flat, so it's folded like this. So I have folded over pieces, and I want to see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just got skinned. Yeah, no problem. Oh my gosh, it was so light that it almost went around too far. Woo! All right, so now we can chop. Now we can chop. Let's see what's that Roscoe doing. Hey, Roscoe, up here in the yard. He just looked at me like, yeah, whatever, I'll get there. I'll get there when I get there. So I have to say that we have moles like crazy, and I don't know if you can see this. All these tracks, there's tracks everywhere running through the yard. Moles, let's see if any of them are in here. I didn't hear nothing squeak yet. They're in there somewhere. Damn moles. Everywhere, it's like little mole racetracks. All right, so let's grab a nice big chunk of wood over here. Come take a walk with me. I'm all over the place. All right. So what we want to do, we want to chop. Let's see how we do. Now I'm giving it a kukri style. I'm holding it way in the end, right where this swell is. My only issue would be slipping, but so far it's okay. All right. All right. All right. Show me something now. Show me something, Hunt Plus. Woo-hoo. Got stuck in there. All right. So it is chopping, without a doubt. It is chopping. And remember, this isn't what the blade can do to the wood. It's what the wood can do to the blade. All right, so here we go. Give a couple nice swats in there, and I have to say it is tearing it up. It's tearing it up quite nicely. You can see that is opening a hole toss. So, all right, so I've batoned with it. I have food prepped with it. I've cut small stuff with it. I was able to carve with it. I was able to feather stick with it. I chopped with it. I pried with it. So I mean, what else can we do? Let's see what we can do with it. Oh, I hit it right on. And I hit the bottom. I was stuck in the bottom. What a bad throw. Man, I heard it whip out of my hand. It just whipped out of my hand. There's some knives that just feel like they're gonna throw right when you get them, and you just know that it's gonna be a badass thrower. And this one, just putting it in my hand, it almost has that competition throw feel to it. This left the hand quite nicely, and I mean quite, speaking of quite nicely, look at this beautiful day, man. Another cloudless, beautiful blue sky day. So, what do we have with this knife at this moment? All right, so I have to say that, and I think it's in there because I can't see. I like it. I like it. I think C-Bop, you found a winner. And man, Cowboy, when you get, when you get to filming your video, if you get a chance, throw it. Throw it. It's a really good blade to throw. It's comfortable coming out of the hand. It's very, very well balanced, and the spine, the edge, every part of this thing holding up. Day one, but day's not over yet. This is definitely coming on a hike with me, and whatever I decide to snack on and do during the hike, I'm going to use this as my main blade today. So it is the Ontario Knife Company Hunt Plus, and if you are looking for one, and you probably eBay them, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's a good knife. And one thing I'm going to do while I'm out hiking today is, when we're taking a little rest, is I'm going to be throwing this little bugger into some kind of target, because this thing throws really nice. That was extremely impressive. So that's it. I'm going to put the dogs away. Whoa! And then I'm going to go and gear up for my hike. So this guy right here has come with me. I might just attach it to my bag, because I think I'm going to have my Case XX with me today. So this one's going to be a bag attachment, and I'll get out there and I'll definitely throw with it, and I'll snack out with it. And if I need the case for anything, I'll use that. But so far, did you guys just see me wink with the sunglasses? All right, that's it. I'm Donnie P all day. Until next knife.